This song is about a special kind of love that has touched us all. Say your girl asks you over to meet Mama and Papa. She tells them that she thinks you're nice. You'd better listen to what I'm gonna tell you and follow this friendly advice. Don't pet the dog. Don't pet him, whatever you do. He ain't been fixed. He knows some tricks that'll sure make a fool out of you. Don't pet the dog. He gets it confused with romance. Leave him alone, or the next thing you know, he'll be taking your leg to the dance. You ought to see the video on this sucker. You know, I wonder what it is about people and dogs. Everybody loves dogs, and they're all proud of dogs, and yet for some reason, a dog has it in them to confuse a human leg with another dog and then not really give a damn. You never see them jump back like they made a mistake. A dog commits. They just Velcro themselves to your leg and flip on their little blender, and they're off and running. And there's nothing you can do. You're helpless. You're absolutely helpless with a dog when they're... Why, if you try to kick them off, they get excited. And you know what mystifies me the most about that whole deal? When you're alone with a dog, you can't get one of them to do that. Hey, you know, this song has sing-along written all over it. Would you join me and sing this song? If you don't know the words, don't worry about it. I'm going to tell you the words as we go along. Let's try it. Oh, don't pet the dog. Don't pet the dog. Don't pet him, whatever you do. Don't pet him, whatever you do. He ain't been fixed. He ain't been fixed. He knows some tricks. He knows some tricks that'll sure make a fool out of you. Let's all sing. Here we go. Oh, don't pet the dog. Don't pet the dog. He gets it confused with romance. He gets it confused with romance. Yeah, that's it. Leave it alone. Leave it like that. Leave him alone. Or the next thing you know, he'll be taking your leg to the dance. Ladies and gentlemen, about a month ago, we had a very funny man who could juggle on the show. Now, everybody liked what he did, so we asked if he'd come back and do some more. And he said, sure, if we'd do him one favor. If we would say his name 3 times. Michael Davis, Michael Davis. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Davis.
Hello, I'm Michael Davis. I'd like to say what a great pleasure it is to be back on the show. I know I'm breaking one of the rules of show business by referring to these notes. And I don't want you to think that every word I'm saying is written down, because the most important thing is spontaneity. Another rule, rule number 2, is very important, and I learned that from the Smothers Brothers, and that is to be topical. So I'd like to be topical. You know, this summer, President Reagan and Premier Gorbachev are having a big meeting to discuss weapons reductions. And I think the American public is for that. How did we get so many sophisticated and complex weapons that we never want to use? I think we should dismantle these weapons and get back to basics. I think we should give everybody one of these. This seems like deterrent enough. Everybody will be equal. And that's why everybody will want one of these. This is Mr. Axe. He has two heads in one. Everybody will have one of these, and everybody will have one of these. That's why I'll get one of these. This is called proliferation. But our leaders assure us that proliferation is not dangerous as long as these weapons remain in competent hands. And won't endanger future generations. We must remember that these weapons can be dangerous to all forms of life on this planet. Razor sharp. Ping! There was a time I would pluck one hair and cut it. But I did this too many times. Don't laugh. There's nothing wrong with a proceeding forehead. A sign of optimism. But now that I have all these weapons, what good are these weapons if you don't use them? So to deploy this system, what I've got to do is place this axe on my foot, kick the axe high in the air, throw the knife, throw the cleaver, run like hell. Launching the weapon. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. What a great crowd. Now you can see how much concentration this takes. One slip, I give a whole new meaning to the word disarmament. Disarm go here, disarm go there. You want to see danger. Danger. Warning. You know, there's something I wish I'd given more thought to before I started this weapons buildup. Stopping. Because once you do this, there's not a whole lot else you can do. If I was really good at this, I could do this and even look away. I wish I could stop. I wish I could quit. I wish I could freeze.
You know, it takes more than a great voice to be a great singer. It takes heart, soul, and honest emotion. Please welcome to the Smothers Brothers Show, two-time Grammy Award winner, Diane Shure.
Well, I'm climbing high mountains, trying to get home. Yes, I'm climbing higher mountains, trying to get home. Yes, I'm climbing higher mountains, Lord, I'm climbing every day. Yes, I'm climbing high mountains, trying to get home.
back. Don't go away. There's more. Welcome back. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You know, the mettle of a man meets its greatest test when that man is called upon to run for public office. For over 20 years, the mettle of our next guest has been tested to the limit. Welcome. You know, I feel really bad about the birds, but never.
Tommy, this is the time. Come on.
Welcome our own presidential candidate, Patrick Layton Paulson.
Take it away.
Well, you've done it again, America. Out of 250 million people, you've narrowed down the presidential race to George Bush and Michael Dukakis. Tweedledum and Tweedledummer. I'm not counting Jesse Jackson out. A lot of people say they wouldn't mind having a black for president, but they say Jackson's not the right black. Well, who is? Mike Tyson? You tell Mike Tyson he's not the right black. Now, for 20 years, you've looked past the obvious. Over here. In 1968, you chose Richard Nixon over me. And what did you get? Riots in the streets, women burning their bras, and the Beatles broke up. Now, if I'd been elected president, I would have done everything in my power to keep the Beatles together. In 1972, you chose Nixon over me again. And what did you get? Ford. And what did Ford do? Pardon Nixon. Well, pardon me. In 1976, you chose Jimmy Carter over me. And what did you get? The energy crisis. Now, if I'd been elected president, there would not have been an energy crisis. Why? Well, I'm not going to tell you because you didn't vote for me. In 1980 and 1984, you made me the choice. Well, you made Ronald Reagan the choice over me, actually. And what did you get? A 50% increase in criminal activity. And that was just in his cabinet. God knows what's in his closet. If I were president, I would have called the cops. That brings us to 1988. It's your last chance, America. What this country needs is a simple man. Someone who acts like a president. Someone who talks like a president. Someone who looks like a president. Now, you can fool some of the people all of the time, and you can fool all of the people some of the time. But if you could just fool one little person one little time, what a wonderful world this would be. Thank you.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Cole and Company. Well, once again, it's time for the old Yo-Yo Man. That's right. The Yo-Yo Man is here tonight. There he is. All right. You hear that? That kind of reaction could put you in a state of yo. Are you in a state of yo? He is. You see that? He said, yes, I am. Move over there, Yo-Yo Man, and get in that group. Now, we've been getting a lot of letters from viewers about those old yo-yo contests they used to hold. Well, since the 1920s, millions and millions of kids have participated in yo-yo contests all over America. And tonight, we have a special treat for you. The gentleman who helped my brother achieve the state of yo. Isn't that right? He says, yes, I'm right. He is also the man who designed and perfected the world's finest yo-yo. And tonight he's going to demonstrate the 8 basic tricks you perform in all the yo-yo contests. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Tom Kuhn, Dr. Yo. Okay, Dr. Yo, you ready to go? You in a state of yo? He says he's in a state of yo. Now I know where you got that. Okay, here we go. Start off with number 1, which is called the spinner or sleeper. It's a very simple trick. These tricks are simple, but they're school tricks. You have to do them all. That's right. And a jerk of the finger up to the palm of the hand. He's the yo-yo man. Walk the dog now, Dr. Yo. Walk the dog. You can do that. Now watch how casually he walks the dog. What's assurance? Is the yo-yo spinning? Yes, sirree. Back up to the palm of the hand. Let's see you do number 3, breakaway. The breakaway. The breakaway. Breakaway is simple, but it's a side mount. Look at it. It defies gravity. Out there spinning and holding. Look at that. All right, number 4, over the falls. Very well done. You see, my brother is just so thrilled to be in the presence of his guru. Over the falls. Do it again, Doctor. Over the falls. Okay, number 5, around the world. Around the world, Doctor. Dr. Yo goes around the world, around and around and around. Complete control. A lot of kinetic energy stored in that spinning net. Remember, the trick's not complete unless it comes back to the palm of the hand. Okay, now let's see. It's number 6 is around the corner. Around the corner, Doctor. Around the corner. Now watch very carefully. This is a tricky one. Oh, that's a sharp corner, Doc. He's doing just fine. Number 7 is Rock the Baby. You've seen my brother Tom do Rock the Baby. But watch this. This is a very upper-class baby with a very fancy. Oh, he's going to do the regular one. Okay. That's Rock the Baby, cha-cha-cha. That's close to child abuse, but that's all right. In the hands of the doctor. Okay, number 8, the last one is Loop the Loop. Now, in the contest where there's more than one contestant still in the competition, they have a playoff or a Loop the Loop off. It's called Loop the Loop. He does a lot of those. Now, when you learn the 8 basic tricks of yo, like the doctor just showed you, you can then try to achieve a state of yo. You can become a yo-yo man. Then you can actually try to do the spectacular tricks. You're equipped, isn't that right, doctor? Basically equipped to try the spectacular tricks that you can do. And we'll show them to you. Drum roll, please. All right, this is called the double or nothing. Prepare yourself, doctor. This is a very difficult trick. All right. Very well done. Keep the drums going, keep the drums going, because that's not all. He's going to do another one called Splitting the Atom. Doctor, Splitting the Atom, the daring and dangerous Splitting the Atom. He did it, clean and good. All right, get out there, yo-yo man. You get out there too. Ladies and gentlemen, the master and the student will perform for the first time anywhere in the world together. Dr. Tom Kuhn and Tom Smothers, the Yo-Yo Man, are going to have a drag race. That's right, you heard me right. A drag race with 2, not 1, but 2 yo-yos. All right, gentlemen, put the yo-yos in your hands. In your hands. Are you ready for the drag race? They say they are. Gentlemen, start your yo-yos. Okay, they're revving the yo-yos up. Okay, are they ready? On the mark, get set, go! All right. All right, Dr. Tom Kuhn is without a doubt the winner. Let's hear it for Dr. Tom Kuhn, Dr. Yo, and my brother Tom Smothers. He is the Yo-Yo Man. All right, there they go. And by the way, the Yo-Yo Man will be back next week, or maybe the week after, who knows. But he's a regular visitor here. We'll be right back. I have a lot of pleasure in introducing this next guest. He's a gentleman we worked with throughout the years many, many times. He's one of the most talented gentlemen in Hollywood. Not only is a singer, a dancer, a comedian, a writer, a poet, he's just a great all-around guy. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Martin Mull.
Please sit down. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Don't put off till tomorrow what you can do today. Don't leave things half finished.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That's all I've really done on that. I should probably finish it up. You seem to like it. You know, this is the first time in 8 years that I have worked with Tommy and Dickie, and even though I was a huge hit on the show back then, I'm a little hesitant to just come out here and repeat the same darn material I did 8 years ago. That kind of thing obviously works for Tom and Dick, bless their hearts, but it scares me. I have a career to think about, so. And I realize that times change and people's ideas change about what they think is funny, so I kind of thought before we went any further, it might be a good idea to do a little comedy test here. And just to make doubly sure that you and I are on the same wavelength. Comedy, as you know, comes in two different categories, really, 1 and 2. And what I'll do is I'll give you an example of each type, and then we'll just see where we stand. Here's an example of type 1, a story that I've always thought was, well, pretty darn amusing. It seems, as you probably know, that Ralph Waldo Emerson and Henry David Thoreau were very, very good friends. And it came to pass, as you know, that at one point Thoreau was jailed for his acts of civil disobedience. Okay, that's not the joke. It's just true. Well, anyway, okay, so Thoreau is in the Slammer, in the Gray Bar Hotel, okay? And of course, Emerson, his best friend, he hears about this, and so he rushes down to the jail to see his best friend, who wouldn't. And Thoreau doesn't know he's coming or anything, or maybe he did. I don't know. It's really not important to the story, but let's say he didn't. Okay, well, again, forget it. That whole part doesn't matter. So, all right, Thoreau is in his cell. Okay, and so in walks Emerson. Emerson takes one look at his friend, and he just can't believe his eyes. And he says, Henry, what are you doing in there? Okay, right? Oh, dear. And Thoreau, you know, hears this, and he looks right back at him with this really straight face, and he says, well, Ralph, what are you doing out there? Okay, that's type 1. Here's an example of type 2. These two fat black Mexican lesbians walk into a paid toilet. One of them's just eating a can of baked bean. Fine, I think we now understand each other pretty well. Pretty good idea who you are. You're the kind of folks who obviously, well, you're the kind that would actually enjoy the magic of Cole and Company. So, ladies and gentlemen, as Cole and Company prepare for their final illusion, I want to take this opportunity to mention that none of their magic uses trick photography. At any time, what you see is actually happening. Now, Cole and Company present their classic of classics, Sawing a Woman in Half.
person I know who is smart enough to invent something this silly. Please welcome Gallagher.
Well, thank you, Tommy.
Thank you, Gallagher.
You know, smart, silly, it's all part of being an American. Being inventive, like this Rolodex watch that I've invented here.
Fantastic!
You see, America, we build a better mousetrap. Now, let me show them a better mousetrap here. Now, here's your better mousetrap. It's a set of stairs, a razor blade, and a piece of cheese. Now, stick with me on this. The mouse goes up the steps, smells the cheese, hangs his head over, and slices his throat. You're right, it's too cruel. It wouldn't pass strict government safety standards. OSHA would make me put in a handrail. And I got the non-slip on the steps. And of course, you can't leave food out. So I put a saw blade up here, and the idea now is the rat goes up the steps and looks and looks and looks. I know what you men are saying. We don't want a dead rat. We want a woman. Well, I got ways of scooping them up too, boys. I know what a woman likes. A woman likes this electric watermelon. Yeah, they really love it. I know what a man likes, too. When he's driving along, he doesn't have his seatbelt on, the cop goes by, you quick, hang this on. Then you can die like you want to. Like an American flying through the windshield with a beer in your hand. A beer in one hand, ingenuity in another. Put them together, and what do you got? A beer gun. Isn't this great, men? You shake it up, you shoot it again. I know what America wants. America wants to see Tammy Baker pole vaulting. So, we've got Tammy here. Are you ready to go, girl? Get them legs going. Here she goes, here she goes, here she goes. She's gone. Apple computer. Baby on board. This is not crap. This is a great place to hide your house key. See, anybody looks underneath your doormat, who's going to look under your... You think it's easy to come up with new things in this modern world? You think it's easy to be an American, to get into things, to get into things a new way, a way no one has done it before? It's not easy. I'm trying to reproduce. Thank you.
How's it going, Gallagher?
Well, it's gone pretty good till you showed up. I was trying to tell everybody how original and different I am, and...
Well, you know, I feel bad about the birds. That's what I feel bad about.
Well, you know, Tom, the dinosaurs are extinct now, too.
I don't know anything about the dinosaurs. I don't even know what dressing room they're in. I really have no idea where they are. You know what the point is? That,
I've always wanted to introduce you kids to the world of art. It's so enriching.
I have an announcement to make.